So uh, we do have people in Japan who are arguing for more PCR tests, but and these are not minorities, including myself. But for really some strange reasons, if you put something on the social media arguing for more tests, you will find really a strange horde of people attacking your position and arguing that increasing the number of PCR tests doesn't make sense. The government is doing well, and they say, look at the track record. The number of patients in Japan is low. The number of COVID-19 related death is low. So the Japanese government is doing well. That's their argument. The strange thing is that they seem to be of similar opinions, and some conspiracy theorists say that these government-backed or government-inspired volunteers, or sometimes paid workforces, trying to handle the discussions on the social media in a way favorable for the government. And this is really strange because one, many people are actually aware that there are this group of people who apparently are working to justify the government's position, and two, most often than not, their arguments do not make sense, because it's the same opinion repeated over and over again. There are not so much variation of what they say. They're just saying that conducting more PCR tests would overwhelm the medical resources, or they would just say that testing doesn't make sense because it's not 100% reliable. Of course, everybody knows that it's not 100% reliable, but statistically speaking, it does make sense to conduct testing. So, it's really maybe it's happening in every country. This confrontation between pro-government and not necessarily anti-government, but those people who criticize the government. I think these confrontations are happening in every country. I'm sure it's happening in the U.S. too. Some people supporting Mr. Trump and some people criticizing Mr. Trump. But in Japan, because of this high level of peer pressure, this tendency to conform to the majority of opinions. Because of this tendency in the Japanese society, I think this argument, continuing dialogue between pro-government and anti-government, or pro-testing and anti-testing groups of people, is taking a really strange turn in a really Japanese way. And for me, it seems only to make sense to do more testing. And it's actually the opinion of many scientists and medical researchers. But for some strange reason, and even the PM, Prime Minister Abe, is admitting that we do need some more tests. But for some strange reason, there are really a group of really obstinate people who say that conducting more testing doesn't make sense, which doesn't make sense to me. I mean, so it's a really strange twist to the public opinion forming, and probably this happens only in Japan. I don't know, but anyways, it's good that now the argument is shifting towards more testing for COVID-19, which I think is a good thing if we want to come up with this crisis in a healthy way.